Hello viewers. As you know, the world is a weird and wonderful place that have many of beautiful and strange places, but some are very dangerous and some are secrets. So today we will talk about top 10 secret places in the world. Secret places are not only places that are hidden, but also places that are unknown, or places that are just hard to reach. And that is why many people give them the title of the most top secret places on Earth. The majority of these places are located around the world, but there are a few that are not, and are still being kept secret for some reason. Most of these places are places that are secret to the government, but some are secret to the people themselves, so watch till end before proceeding in the video. Do not forget subscribe to the channel and must press the bell button because every new video can reach up to you.
Now let's start our countdown. Number 10 is Snake Island. The Snake Island, mainly known as Ilha da Queima de Grande. It is the island of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean, the most secret place in Brazil. The Snake Island, when visiting Brazil, many people are fascinated by the infamous Snake Island. It is one of the most magical places you will ever see. But you can't visit there because it is closed for the general public and tourists. Snake Island access is only for the Brazilian Navy and approved researchers because it is the only home of the venomous golden lancehead pit viper. Estimates 2,000 to 4,000 golden lancehead snakes are living in the rainforest area of this island. Snake Island is nearly 430,000 square meters in area, and it for many species of snake it is really secret and dangerous places, so please don't think of going here in your dreams too. Number 9 is Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, one of the best known and most important records in the world. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is located in the Svalbard archipelago in northern Norway. The project name Svalbard Global Seed Vault was chosen in the year 2006, when it became necessary to store seeds of various plant species around the world to ensure their survival in case of natural or man-made disasters. It is a backup of the world's food and plant species, and is meant to ensure that the world's crop diversity will be preserved for generations to come. Number 8 is Mount Sanqing. Mount Sanqing is a sacred mountain in China that is famous for its scenic beauty. It is located 25 miles north of Yushan County in Jiangxi Province. Mount Sanqing has one of the highest hills in the world, called Yujing Hill. It is 17 meters in height above sea level. It is said people who have faith in Taoism will ascend to heaven if they climb this stone. Due to its cliffs and ruggedness, it is very hard for visitors to climb Sanqing Mountain on foot, but the most eye-catching scenery only can be appreciated from on top of the mountain. There's also an ancient Taoist temple for Sanqing Gong toward the north end of the mountain top, with a series of sites arranged around it and with various carvings and gates on the path up the mountain to its entrance. This has been a place of Taoist worship for over 1500 years. Yulian Waterfall is one of the largest waterfalls in Mount Sanqing, 34 meters high and 30 meters wide. In 2008, this most secret place in China became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mount Sanqing is said to be such a mystery. Number 7 is the Catacombs. The Catacombs are underground ossuaries in Paris, France, which hold the remains of more than 6 million people in a small part of a tunnel network built to consolidate Paris' ancient stone quarries. The history of the Paris catacombs starts in the late 18th century, when major public health problems tied to the city's cemeteries led to a decision to transfer their contents to an underground site. Now some parts of it are open to the public, but the rest is off limits. Approximately 1.5 kilometers of the Paris catacombs are open to the public by the French authorities. It is a very horrible place. The catacombs are about 65 feet deep, roughly the height of a 5-story building if you turned it upside down. It takes 131 steps to get to the bottom of the catacombs. so wear your walking shoes. The walls and the ground feel like a cave. It's hard to believe you're still in Paris, one of the most luxurious capitals in the world. Number 6 is the island of Poveglia. It is a small island, located in the Venetian lagoon. A most secret place in Italy. Poveglia was abandoned, and the island was finally permanently abandoned in 1968, and the inhabitants were moved to a new location. Believers of the paranormal claim that Poveglia is the most haunted island, or the most feared place in the world. And the local government has reportedly banned visitors, because it used to host a mental institution, which allegedly used to torture patients. A mental hospital opened on the island, where local legend has it a crazy doctor conducted experiments on patients residing there, after jumping out of the asylum's bell tower. According to historical estimates, as many as 150,000 people died on the island. Italian businessman Luigi Brugnaro is now the proud owner of Poveglia, reportedly the world's most haunted island. He bought this island for £400,000. Number 5 is Heard Island and McDonald Islands. Heard Island and McDonald Islands is one of the most mysterious places in the world. It is located 4,100 kilometers southwest of Perth, Western Australia, and about 1,500 kilometers north of Antarctica. In fact, the only people known to have visited these islands are a few researchers. The most secret place in Australia, Heard Island and McDonald Islands are currently uninhabited. The islands were discovered in the mid-1850s. An American sailor, John Heard, reported seeing the larger island in 1853 and promptly named it after himself. It's one of the most remote places on Earth and horribly windy. So it's great for penguins, seabirds and seals, but not that great a place for people to live. The islands are home to Australia's only active volcanoes. That is one of the best sites in the world to study the ecological and biological processes of colonization of the Antarctic fur seal and the king penguin populations. Number 4 is Al Madam Ghost Village. This semi-buried village is 1 hour drive from Dubai, UAE. This town in the desert is a monument to an unknown past. No one is quite sure why the village, which is slowly being swallowed up by sand, was abandoned soon after it was built. According to the locals, the history of this perplexing ghost town near Dubai is not known. All we know is that the village of Al Madam, also called Buried Village, was constructed sometime around 1970. It is now an uninhabited mercury in every house. Yes, the place has become a true residential for ghosts. Number 3 is the Bermuda Triangle. It is, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is an urban legend focused on a loosely defined region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. The earliest suggestion of unusual disappearance in the Bermuda area appeared in a September 17, 1950, article published in the Miami Herald by Edward Van Winkle Jones. It is most secret place in the world, the real truth of which no one knows till today. Number 2 is Gili Islands. Gili Island is a most idyllic and romantic retreat for honeymooners. It is situated only some 20 minutes from Sengigi Beach by speedboat on the west coast of Lombok Island. Gili Mano is one of 3 islands now gaining worldwide, but has sufficient attractions and things to do. Around the island are 3 dive spots that are favorite with scuba divers. They are called the Mano Wall, Sea Point Turtle, and Point Coral Blue. What is secret in Gili Mano? There are life-size human statues formed in a circle. Put your goggles on, get in the water, and be amazed by what's happening in the underwater world around the Gili Islands. Number 1 is Nagaro. Village Nagaro is a tiny Japanese village with one very notable feature: there are most of life-size dolls population that outnumbers the more than from human population, nearly 10%. The toy residents are the work of local Tsukimi Ayano, who began making doll replicas of her neighbors after Thea died and moved away. The eerie doppelgangers can be seen in various positions across the town: fishermen sitting on the riverbank, students filling entire classrooms, elderly couples resting on benches outside of buildings. There are now around 350 dolls and 27 breathing humans. The youngest is over the age of 50 in Nagaro, making it a quirky and somewhat terrifying toyland. The last children were born in the remote mountain village of Nagaro 18 years ago. Now, just over 24 adults live in this outpost straddling a river on the Japanese island of Shikoku. The elementary school closed its doors in 2012, shortly after the last 2 students completed 6th grade. This village can give you nightmares at night. It is very top secret of the world. Guys, if you are liked our content, so please forget to subscribe channel Facts World Info and also press the bell button to keep you updated with our new videos.